Hello, I am Marcia Myrie, your health and wellness, lifestyle, and mindset coach. Welcome home. And today we're going to jump right in to some concepts and terms that I'll be using because I was thinking we are in the second quarter of the year 2026. And many of you started 2026 in January sharing and believing that this was going to be your year. You were going to accomplish set goals, you had intentions, and by now they are abandoned. And when I say that, I'm not poking fun, I'm not throwing shade. There's no shame and there's no judgment in that because I've been in your shoes. And there are some terminologies that I'm going to share with you because you are not achieving your goals because you're not equipped. It's just as simple as that. And that's why I exist. That's why coaches exist, because we understand why people are stuck and how to get them unstuck. And so I thought about, okay, where do I need to begin? I need to lay a foundation because I don't want to throw around terms and you don't have any understanding. Just like any field of study, there is language that's associated with it. So if you are feeling stuck and you have already abandoned your New Year's resolutions, goals, intentions, today's session is for you because we're going to focus on some glossary of terms. I'm going to encourage you to please, I beg you, please, when you're listening and you're stopping by this channel, and I'm calling it a session, you're in this session, please have a journal with you, a dedicated journal or notebook or pad, something to write with and to write on, because there is power in that. I always want you to leverage just the human body. Leverage what you have to get what you want. Two terms I want to discuss with you today, and then I'm going to use writing as the object of my focus. And so, two terms I want to share: evidence-based. I am going to share information on this platform that's not my opinion. It is grounded in evidence-based research. And that's what evidence-based means, that it's grounded in research, clinical studies, and trials. There's data that is behind what I'm sharing with you. It was relying on quality studies. So this is something that's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. This is information that has been proven over time, not just a cute saying, not just a quirk, but information that has been tried and tested. And that's one. So when I say something is evidence-based, I'm really trying to get your attention to say, okay, this is not what Marcia just thinks this is a good idea, but this is something that really I should do if you only if you want change. Now, of course, you can do whatever you want here. I'm providing you the information, and for the people who are going to stick and stay are the people who truly want something more out of their lives. Things they want to thrive, not just be alive. And so if I say evidence-based, most things that I'm going to share here is going to be evidence-based, because it's not that powerful if I just tell you my own personal experience or the experience of just one person I worked with. This is a body of information that has been proving. And these are the tools that coaches use to help our participants. That's another terminology that I use often as opposed to client. So if you hear me say the word participant instead of client, I'm talking about you, the client, the participant. Because I like the word participant because it suggests that there's a role. And actually, the biggest role in this coaching relationship is the participant. I play a small role. The big role is what the participant is willing to do for themselves. And I'm here alongside them to support and to provide some information. But the transformation is only going to happen when you apply what I'm sharing with you. And this is why today I want you to get that journal. So if you need to run somewhere in another room to get a journal and a pad, it's important that you write this information down, because these are going to be the building blocks that you will use as we continue to go forward. In addition to evidence-based, I'm also going to use the term best practices. And best practices essentially are the methods and the techniques that we use to achieve the goal. So the information, the proof, the evidence is that evidence-based. But then how do we get the information inside? How do we digest that information? That is through our practices, the techniques that you use in order to achieve a goal. Remember, coaching is about getting to a destination. You are here, and there's this big chasm, there's this gap, and you want to get somewhere else. And so what's going to be the process, the in-between? How are we going to close that gap? It's through best practices. Okay, once again, it's not my opinion. It is what works. It is truth. Can't argue with truth. Now you can, but wouldn't be wise. And so today I'm going to talk about the importance of writing things down and how that ties into coaching. Because writing is engaging your mind. And so it's the difference between people who just listen passively to information, and people have tons of information in their head, but it's useless, honestly. It's useless. If you're not doing anything with it, it's useless. And the way you engage, you initiate, you ignite the first level of usage is simply writing information down, because your brain now engages in the process. We want to engage the process of our brain. We want to leverage our brain. Leverage it. Active learning, that's what takes place. You're going from just listening to the information, your brain is now transferring and you're making it active. It's like that choo-choo train that's going. So there is going to be thinking that's happening when you're writing things down, you're thinking. Now your brain is organizing, because everybody's brain is different. And so it's organizing and it's filing it into the way that you can interpret it best. Like, you don't have to go to school for that. Your brain automatically does that right now. Or however your brain is wired, whatever the frameworks that have been set, now you are engaging that process compared to, here's what I'm saying, compared to the person who is passively listening. And so we want to do that. And also what's happening when we start to get information, we write it down. now we are also creating meaning. There's going to be some hooks that's going to take place because your brain is going to create meaning. You have to understand your brain already has tons of information. And it's like, oh, I remember when I heard so-and-so said this. Oh, I remember once before. Oh, I see. Oh, that makes sense now. You're making sense of the information. I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen when you are going through this process. So I'm encouraging you people to write anything that I'm going to share with you down, because it's going to create lasting memory that over time is going to change your behavior, and it's going to transform who you are. So your takeaway: if I write, I engage the brain, and the brain is going to take this information and automatically synthesize and massage and get into the crevices and make meaning. You're going to reflect. And when you're reflecting again, we know that there is behavior change. And when there's behavior change, that's true application. And now that's ownership of the information. It is yours. It's yours. And so that's all we're going to talk about today, because I'm working on, I'm borrowing this term from construction, and it's called scaffolding. Scaffolding is like initially, and we use it it's used, scaffolding is used in education also. It's a term of borrowing from corporation, but in education, when new learners or learners are learning new information, they're given support before they can work independently. And so the support that I'm going to give in these next few sessions are going to be like the building blocks. You're going to start to learn the language. You're going to start to talk to yourself in this language of, okay, is this evidence-based? That means I can trust it. Is this best practice? Okay, so that I should do it like this because these techniques have been proven to work and to help to achieve the goal. And I'm saying to you, I'm inviting you, I'm encouraging you, I'm begging with you, pleading with you, get a journal. Let this be a little different from the normal scrolling that you do on YouTube or wherever you listen to information like this. And let this be something that you're going to engage in. That's why I'm keeping it in really small, short doses. Now, I've gone over my 12 minutes today, so I'm going to cut it there. And thank you again for stopping by. And remember, lasting change often begins with just one decision, and sometimes just one coach.